Hello, everyone. What's up, everyone? Rich G, what's up with you? Welcome to another week of these shows I've been doing. How long will they last? I don't know. I don't really know. My name's Peter Loshak. Shout out to everyone. We few, we happy few. I try to accommodate as best as I can. I got a Super Bowl request from Big Joe Capper and his compatriot Ricky Chili Dog Dooley, and I wanted so badly to make a video for him because it touched me so much how much he wanted me to make a Super Bowl video for him. And I wanted to do it so badly, but I absolutely could not allow myself to do it, to do an inferior product. I absolutely had to be able to crunch the numbers and do the research as well as I possibly could. At first, I wanted to get it out on Saturday morning. Didn't happen. Saturday night. Didn't happen. Sunday morning. I was, all right, I'm going to get it out Sunday morning. Didn't happen. I thought it wasn't going to come out. But thank God, eventually, somehow, some way, somewhere, I found the time to make the video. And I just want you guys to know that that's how I roll. You know what I mean? I try to please, but I absolutely cannot compromise the quality. I cannot put something out that I haven't done my due diligence on, my appropriate research for, and everything. That's just how I do it. We few, we happy few. Christopher Comatini, Mr. Gokster, viral video. Jonathan Nelson, what's up with you? Bob Taylor, what's up, Pete? That's his message. I just read it. Oh, boy. What a week. Super Bowl, craziness, college basketball, legalization, glut of content on Twitter. I don't know how much longer this show is going to be going for. But I'm doing it tonight. I'm almost definitely going to be doing it for the rest of this week. And, shout out to everyone. All right, first, before we get into all that, before we get into all the philosophizing and everything, 7:30, SWAC games. If you want a tail, go ahead. I don't even know how the UNC game is going, but I hit it immediately at +9.5 on the overnight line. I was about to tweet it out, but I just didn't. I also got Bucknell at -2. I don't even know how those games are doing. We are going to look at the halftime lines when they come up. I guess I should have tweeted them out. I just didn't. But the 7:30 games, bunch of games I did hit. I did hit Howard +4 against Coppin State. Howard, obviously, a shitty-ass team. But here, let me make sure there's no echo there. I just had my okay, there's no echo. All right, okay. Dan Kelly says, Pete Loshak, the Harvard of Cappers. Thank you very much for that compliment, Dan Kelly. It's completely inaccurate, but it's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. Absolutely. I think I'm more like the Adelphi of not that there's anything wrong with Adelphi. Just that's who I am, of Cappers. Anyway, no, I don't know. All right, let's move. Let's get to it. Okay, yes, Mr. Gokster, Transparency Pete. Shout out to all of you. Whatever happens with this show going forward, you all know I want you to know how much deep, deep love I have for every single person who participates in this show. All right, once again, these are the plays I bet on the 7:30 games. If you want to tail them, go ahead. I cannot guarantee they're positive EV. The only thing I can guarantee 100% is that I bet them myself. And I wouldn't have done that if I didn't think they were positive EV. All right, Howard +4. Shitty-ass team, but if you notice, which of course everyone has, they have been covering. I don't believe that the market has caught up fully yet. And I took them at 4. Eventually, yes, the market will catch up. Not a surprise that a shitty team from the MEAC is not getting immediately caught up with by the market, right? The markets aren't that efficient yet. Eventually, they will be. Eventually, the AI bots will need only a half of play to completely catch up with the last place team in the MEAC. But as of right now, it's taken the market a week or two, couple of weeks, maybe a month or two to catch up with Howard. And I did bet them at +4. I also hit Maryland Eastern Shore. I hit him at 3. It's down to 2.5. That's an interesting one. Another team that's a little bit undervalued. I can get to that in a bit, but I hit that one. Howard +4. Maryland Eastern Shore. I got it at +3. It's now down to 2.5. I did hit NCAAB a little bit at -7, but that one, my numbers like it. The market movement makes me nervous. I wouldn't recommend you tail that. I did hit Howard. I did hit Maryland Eastern Shore at +3. Then the later games, I definitely hit Northern Arizona at -1. Now, that's an interesting one. Northern Arizona, traditionally not a good Big Sky team. We all know that. Eastern Washington, traditionally a great Big Sky team. If you look at them, the last 10 matchups or whatever, Eastern Washington's won all of them, covered most of them, whatever. I don't even know what the situation is, but Northern Arizona is a shitty team. But I talked about them earlier this year in one of my videos. They're a team I kind of had my eye on. This is a much better version of Northern Arizona. New coach, team is buying into them, and a new spirit with that program this year. And yes, I mentioned that in one of my videos earlier this year, talking about a Northern Arizona game that I had bet. So I'm not surprised that they're doing well this year. I'm not surprised they've been good ATS plays, full game and second half. And I'm not totally surprised the market hasn't completely caught up. Not saying that they are a positive EV play here either, but I did bet them at -1. Eastern Washington is a tough team to bet against, but I did it at -1. And I also took a shot with Arkansas Pine Bluff. Arkansas Pine Bluff has been a team that on some of these Monday shows I have been noting as a team that have either been betting second half or full game. Again, a low-scoring team, a little bit undervalued, I think, and I hit them at 6.5. So I hit that one. Those are all the plays for upcoming games that I hit. Tail, if you want, I don't know what to tell you. Maryland Eastern Shore, I got that one at 3. Howard, 4. Northern Arizona, -1. Arkansas Pine Bluff, 6.5. And those are the plays I hit. I was going to tweet overnight, North Carolina +9.5. That line seemed way off to me. I did catch it at close at 7.5. Haven't even looked at how the game's been going, and we will look at the second half line when it comes up. But, UNC, this is a bad version of UNC, but they ain't that bad. You know what I mean? Come on. You start giving them double digits to Florida State. They also had that guy Anthony, right, who was out for a while. His first game back was in his last game. A little bit of chemistry issues or rust issues or whatever you want to call them. Not surprising. Will those get shaken off by this game? I don't know. But 9.5 was just too much. That's my numbers like the UNC. Obviously, a team in a down year, it becomes, at this point in the year, it becomes, it makes you feel uncomfortable to bet on them. But I hit them in the Virginia Tech game recently. You remember that one? Florida State, obviously a nice program. They rotate a lot of guys, so they don't tend not to get tired and wearied out. But still, 9.5 you're handing to this UNC team, and I definitely hit that one. Also, Bucknell, I hit that one. I think there was a little bit of a recency bias with Bucknell's recent duds, and I think they're more like the team that we saw from them earlier in the season. So I hit that one at -2. Haven't even checked the score. And once again, Howard +4, Maryland Eastern Shore. That game definitely has second half written all over it. I don't know if we're going to be, on air, if we're going to be live when that second half comes up, but it definitely has second half written all over it. The Howard game kind of does too. Northern Arizona game definitely does. Even the Arkansas Pine Bluff does. So a lot of games here have second half written all over it. Texas Southern and Alabama State is an interesting one. Texas Southern, obviously the class of the SWAC, at least up till now. They might be one of those SWAC teams that makes a surprising run in the tournament. Tough to get bet against. My numbers liked Alabama State, though. And I did hit that one a little bit, although I don't recommend you doing it just because it's very difficult. Texas Southern is the real deal, I think. But yeah, looked to me like my numbers indicated that Alabama State had a small edge at that line. Let's see. Let's look at the comments coming in. Shout out to Nasty Nate. Shout out to you, Carlos Peroge. Carlos Peroge, the Miak of Cappers. Now we're talking, Carlos Peroge. Yeah, there's no shame in that. I'm proud. I'd be proud of that. Division I, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not the cream of the Division I crop, but that's okay. Just being part of the action. Division I, baby, right? And an outside chance at making the big dance, right? There's no shame in that at all. Mr. Gokster, shout out to you. Gabe Tadino, love this show. Shout out to you, Gabe Tadino. You don't understand how much those comments mean to me. Am I losing it a little bit here on camera? Yeah. You know what? Show me one other handicapper who does videos who loses it on camera in the way that I do. I mean, I'm sure some of them do. I think Gabe Morency does. You know what? That's why he's so fucking great. Right? I got a little Gabe Morency in me. Right? Oh, fucker. Jesus Christ, media nowadays. Fucking Twitter. All this shit. fucking keywords and all this shit. I don't have time to worry about that shit. I don't have time to worry about fucking optimizing my tweets and shit. You know what I mean? All right. Other comments coming in. Jimmy the Bag does, LOL. Yes, he does lose it sometimes on camera. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But I am more fundamentally unstable than he is. So my ceiling is higher as far as losing it on camera. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he does, though. I wouldn't mind losing it on camera with him once again in the future. Maybe that'll happen. Who knows? Who knows? Rich G says, I love Gabe and Cam, but if I tailed their plays, I'd be living in a box 3 to 6 months. Yes, and that's why we need to view this as recreational. You know what I'm saying? You love Gabe and Cam for the entertainment and sure their information. Although I will say this about Gabe, though. Props, the guy, as far as I'm concerned, I don't track the guy, but his take on props has always impressed me. I know that like Dan Kelly is probably permanently clicking off my videos from now on, but I listen to the guy when it comes to props. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Shout out to Gabe and just a great human being. Really love that guy. Loses it on camera sometimes. I'm cut of that jib, or he's cut of my jib, however the fuck whatever that saying is. All right, let's see. Rich G, here's my action today. UNC plus 9.5. Yeah, I mean, to me, I saw that. I was like, that's just like a no-brainer. How do you not hit that? There's some underdogs like that I know are traps, and especially in college football, right? Anytime you have the public on a big underdog like that and sharp action coming the other way, be very careful. That sharp action is usually right there. And when I used to do videos way back when, previewing college football games with professional handicappers, of course, doing my shows with DSI. That was a great show, right? Into the Weekend with DSI. Remember that? That was one thing that we talked about all the time. Anytime there was a public sharp split where the public was big on an underdog like that, I was like, that sharp action that's worth a play. That's worth a play right there. Other plays from Rich G. Lafayette plus 2. That was a pass for me. Delaware State under 140. I agree with that. I didn't bet it, but I agree with it. Yeah, I mean, that's just a clash of styles. Obviously, I do think that Eastern Shore will be able to impose their preferred style. I agree with that. I didn't play it. NCAAB minus 7. Yes, I agree with that. Feels a little trappy, but I agree with it. Eastern Washington money line. Okay, I took Northern Arizona. Wondering why you took Eastern Washington. I mean, I can understand why, because they're a formidable opponent this year. My numbers just said Northern Arizona. And he took Texas team total over and Baylor minus 7. Those games, actually, I did look at them, and I pretty much got nothing. No way did I consider betting them. And, Kansas is a formidable opponent. You guys all know how much I like Shaka Smart, especially as an underdog. It's just a little bit tough. Oh, what'd you take, the team total? Let me see that one. What you took, the team total? Texas team total over. Not bad. Not who is that? Rich G. Shout out to you. Not bad. Yeah. I could see this one being very low scoring, but Texas covers and the team total over covers anyway. I could see it being high scoring. Kansas blows them out and the Texas team total over covers anyway. Who? No, Rich G. Not bad, Rich G. Not bad, Rich G. Tasha M. Maryland Eastern Shore. Let's see. Other comments coming in. Shout out to everyone. And Rich G also likes Baylor minus 7. Can't disagree with that. Yeah, I mean, the money is moved in Kansas State's favor, which, I would expect. But Baylor is the real deal. Kansas State is not. I've gotten burned taking Kansas State a few times this year, I think, if I can recall. Oh, yeah, UNC, look at that. They're up. They're winning. It's not a guaranteed lock here, but my 9.5 is looking nice. Oh, Bucknell down. Okay, we'll look at that second half, though, when it comes up. Interesting. Who took Lafayette? Oh, yeah, that's right. One of you took, Rich G took Lafayette. Hey, there you go, Rich G. There you go, fucking Rich G. Hey, listen, I didn't claim to be the best capper around. All I claimed is that I do my research, I'm honest, And once in a while, I melt down on camera, and that's entertaining. Those are the only things I've ever claimed. Okay? Didn't claim that, like, I'm a better handicapper than the people in chat here. And in fact, from what I've seen, definitely Rich G is a half notch above me right now in college basketball handicapping. And I think I'm, a bit positive EV right now. But Rich G definitely been impressing me with his analysis and his picks. Not bad. Texas team total over. Rich G also on UNC with me, looking good. Rich G went directly against me in the Lafayette game, and as of right now, Rich G appears to be the one who had the read on that game dead on. Shout out to you, Rich G. Also on Delaware State under. I didn't take it, but I agree with it. NCAAB -7. I agree with it. I took a little bit. Eastern Washington money line. We're going head to head. Not good for me. Texas team total over. Makes sense to me. Baylor -7. Yeah, makes sense. Baylor, again, definitely the real deal. Kansas State, definitely not. So we'll see. Generally, top-ranked teams, especially programs that, are newly top-ranked. Baylor is not used to being in this. There's a lot of hype around them. Tend to get overvalued. But what if they covered like 8 out of last 9? Something ridiculous. At some point, that's going to end. Tonight, giving 6.5 or 7 to Kansas State doesn't feel that way. Doesn't feel that way. My number said pass on that one, but my gut said definitely take Baylor there. All right, let's see what we got here. Flipper, I'm here for the food and the meltdowns. Richie went 4-9 on Saturday. It was a personal meltdown. Yeah, I don't. I tend to take Saturdays off. I tend to take Saturdays and Sundays if the weekend goes in such a way that I find myself with a little bit of time and well rested and a clear head and wanting to look at some games, I'll do it. But also, if I pass on the entire Saturday and Sunday card, that's totally okay. Nasty on Lafayette first half. Damn, how the hell did you know that? How the hell did you guys know that? See, damn, that's impressive. I know Bucknell S the bed in their last game, and they had one of their guys out, which is, they don't have they have a little bit of a deep team. So they had 2 duds in a row. But in general, Bucknell was a team I was kind of impressed by. You guys don't need to share your secrets or anything, but why the hell did you like Lafayette? I would really like to know. You don't have to say it, but I would like to know, because I certainly Mason Flory, Lafayette, my only play for the day. Wow, I'm embarrassing myself here in this show. Melvin Batten says Lafayette was Matt Randall's taint play of the day. Yeah. I want. Oh, Jesus Christ. Matt Thurns, Pete, what is one website or source you use to get research? I love what you do. Well, I do a lot of my research just based on numbers. I crunch my own numbers, so you can pull those numbers from anywhere. Injuries and stuff like that, the usual. I don't really want to. I want to help you guys out, but I don't know if I should mention websites here. It's for the major conferences, coaches' quotes and stuff like that are pretty easy to find. Covers is great. You know what I mean? I definitely use Covers for sure. That's a big one, an old standby. There's a bunch of others. I do look at KenPom, of course. But mostly I'm just crunching my own numbers, looking for injuries, and then looking for coaches' quotes and stuff like that. But the situations I'm looking at also myself anyway, so it's mostly, I'm just looking at, Rich G. This is the guy you need to ask. When I cap my games, I use KenPom. Yes. Strength of schedule. Yes. Common opponents. Yes. Home road splits. Yes. Lafayette just looked to be the all-around better team to me. Yeah. I got nothing to say, man. I got nothing to say. You were right, and I was wrong. Gargone says, I wish I could watch this show every day, but the timing of it is bad for me. Love the content, Pete. Thank you so much, Gargone. Thank you so much, Gargone. I'm going to copy and paste that. If anyone says to me, Pete, you're doing this show, does anyone like it? I'm like, yeah. Gargone, look at that. They'll be like, what is that? Some kind of like bot? Like, I don't know. But I assume it's a real person who genuinely likes the content. Thank you, Gargone. I appreciate it. Let me see. What other websites do I use? I don't even remember. I don't even know. I mostly just pull stats, and I use covers. And Ken Palm, of course. Matt Thurns, Pete, this is great. I'm sitting at conferences right now. My wife is rolling her eyes at me as I'm waiting, laughing my ass off. Parent-teacher conferences. There you go. There you go. I want to know what other show can have a guy get laughed at by his wife, rolled eyes by his wife. That's not easy to do. Shout out to Matt Thurns' wife. You got yourself a good man, Matt Thurns. I know you can't hear me right now, but maybe some way, somehow, it's getting through to you anyway. You got yourself a good man right there. You deserve it, but treat him right. You know what I'm saying? You deserve it, but treat him right. Don't take it for granted, because we always, value what we don't have when it's gone, as opposed to when we do have it, or something like that. Shout out Rich G making tacos. There you go. Matt Thurns at the parent-teacher conferences. God. Wow. Shout out to you, Matt Thurns. All right. Let's oh God. I'm having a good time tonight. It's about the halftime's about to come up. Let's see what we got here. Shout out to Mr. Gogster. Good friend, good human being, good NHL capper. Follow him. Although, who am I talking to? 20 people watching the show, they know who Mr. Gogster is. We don't need to promo him again. But we're doing it anyway, just in case there's one person watching the show who doesn't know who Mr. Gogster is. Look at that. UNC up by 5. You see? There you go. Why didn't I tweet that one out? Why didn't I? Such an obvious play. They could easily lose by 10 second half, though. But, yeah. Looking good as of right now. All right, let's see what we got here. Man, Lafayette better than Bucknell. I just got exposed for not being the college basketball authority that I present myself in these shows. I'm like, I don't really look at websites. I have my own numbers, and I do everything in-house. I crunch it all myself. Yet somehow I had no fucking clue that Lafayette was going to own Bucknell tonight. Maybe I should start looking at some of these websites. Maybe then I'd have a clue about Bucknell versus Lafayette. Unbelievable. Oh, boy. Unbelievable. Wow. Up by 12. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the authority on this shit, right? Damn. The better team, huh? I just exposed myself. I mean, they had some good wins, for sure. And I know they were playing with revenge, obviously. All right. Well, we'll eat that loss. Damn. Christopher Comatini, Pete, what is your Twitter fight record? It's pretty good, dude. 55-3. I know you're like, yeah, right. That's a fake record. No. That's a real record. I don't know if it's documented anywhere, but in Twitter fights, 55-3. I did lose one today, though. That's what Chris Comatini's referring to. Yeah, I got beat down pretty hard on Twitter in my thread for this show. That's okay, though. Third loss in 58 fights on Twitter. That's okay. Not a bad record. Let's see. Love you, Pete. If you would have seen my Saturday, you wouldn't feel so bad. Well, that doesn't make me feel better, Rich G. I want you to win. I do. Sean B., fuck that guy. Well, you know what, Sean B.? We don't have enough viewers in this show to be able to say fuck anyone. Anyone is welcome here. Anyone and everyone to get the numbers up. I understand what you're saying, Sean B. But at this point, we can't be turning people away. You know what I mean? This is like a bar that's open. There's 4 people inside. It's like, come on, man. We're not turning people away at the door here. Jesus Christ. Oh, well, this is a more fun show than I was expecting. Shout out to everyone who makes this fun for me personally. All right. Yeah, my numbers were way right on North Carolina. And Lafayette Bucknell. Wow. You guys all fucking knew, huh? The problem here is that I'm almost sure my numbers are going to say Bucknell second half. We'll see. Coming up in a few minutes. Well, look, shout out to everyone who had that one. I remember Rat Randall, regular viewer of the Low Shack in the Bag show, college basketball expert, nailed it. I guess he still is nailing it. Shout out to you, Matt Randall, wherever you are. Color me continuing to be impressed by your prowess. Norfolk State and NC Central. That's an interesting one. I like Norfolk State, but I didn't bet it. I liked it at 3. It closed at 4 or something like that. And they're up. That's an interesting one. There is a lot of variance in these games, of course. All right, so these halftimes will be coming up in a couple minutes. Then we'll probably end the show because these MEAC games are all delayed. And, the show's been fun so far, a fine success, and I don't want to belabor the point or overstay our welcome. So, right, sometimes you just go 1-0 on the card, 2-0 on the card, 2-1, and you say, I'm done for the day. Winning day. Let's see. Where is everything? I'll be interested to see what these lines are at the half. The UNC line. Yeah, I mean, UNC is going to be a big dog again. And the numbers are probably going to say UNC plus a bunch of points has some value. I don't think I'm going to pull the trigger on it. Probably going to say the over is a play. Lafayette and Bucknell, unreal. I know my numbers are going to like Bucknell. I don't know if I want to do that. A Norfolk State game. Yeah. Guessing the numbers will somewhat like the under, although it's going to be a very low total on that one. It's going to be, 69 or something like that, 68.5. We'll see. We'll see what everything is. All right. Halftime in the UNC Florida State game. Let's see what we got. My guess, Florida State -5. And the total will be, I don't know. Total probably will be like 76.5. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's look at what we got. Nothing as of yet. Nothing as of yet. Crypto Capper, shout out to you. Rich G, tale of two halves in a lot of these games, Pete, not counting Lafayette as a win yet. Yeah, I hear you, man. Sean B. Pete's going Tony Romo on us. Let's see. Comments. Tasha M. Hilarious. Shout out to you, Tasha M. All right. Let's see what. 5.5 and 76. What did I tell? Did I say 5.5 or 5? I don't remember. Yeah, 5.5 and 76. All right. Let's see. Run some numbers here. Yeah, the numbers like North Carolina, 5.5. Nothing crazy, but solid. Nothing crazy, actually. Just small. Total. Yeah, very small lean to the over at 76. Numbers like UNC 5.5, just a little bit. And the over 76, just a little bit, just took a hit down. I had a big loss in the over in the Wake Forest Clemson game on Saturday, if anyone remembers that. Wake Forest Clemson. Love the over. I think it was 72. Huge loser. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna take UNC here. Very, very small. And the halftime numbers actually say pass. They don't like Florida State, but they say pass. Pre-game numbers like UNC small. Halftime numbers say pass. Total. Nothing really. Also, small lean to UNC over 35. Now, oh, wow. The total's dropping. 75.5. Team total now 35. UNC over 35 minus 115. They like these numbers. 35 they like. These frickin' numbers. Let me just look at this for a second. Hold on. Let me delve a little deeper in here. Just give me one moment if you don't mind. Look a little bit more in depth some of this shit. Numbers. I used to love numbers. Now they just stress me out. Yeah. Numbers like UNC team total over 35. Bet. Let me just dig a little deeper in here. Just digging just a little bit. Digging a little bit. Now it's back up to 35.5. Missed it. Fuck. Yeah. Still like it at 35.5, just a little bit though. All right, let's quickly look at the Norfolk State game. Didn't make anything an official play though. All right, 3.5 and 68.5. Yep. I know these numbers back and forth. 68.5. Small lean to the under at 68.5. Can't play it though. Very small lean to the under. That is a very small one. All right, if I don't give a play on this one, then I'm either going to have to give no plays in this show or a play on Lafayette Bucknell. And if I give a play on Lafayette Bucknell, you know what play that's going to be, right? Bucknell minus whatever they're given. We'll see. Yeah. Oh, jump to 69. This NC Central game. Doing it all here, folks. Everything. One-man show. One-man operation. All handicapping, all production, all entertainment, all pressure, everything. One-man operation. Small lean to NC Central also. Just 1 second here. NC Central minus these fucking money lines, although they've been doing better recently. Yeah, the numbers like NC Central minus 205. Just give me one moment here. Just give me 1 second here. I know I haven't made any picks yet. There's only 3 games. We've had a good time, though. Just looking at some stuff here. Just give me one moment. 1 second. Looking around. Hold on 1 second. I'm just looking at some stuff here. Yeah, they like NC Central. God. All right, I'll make NC Central an official play at minus 205, though. That's what the numbers say. That's what I'm going to do. NC Central minus 205. Is that small or medium small? Very modest play here. We'll grade it we'll grade it medium small. NC Central minus 205, graded medium small. Yeah, make that an official play. Bucknell, minus 4 and 76. Let's see what the numbers say. Fuck. Yeah, they like Bucknell. Oh, boy. Minus 215 or minus 4. I don't trust these. I mean, I guess I do trust the numbers a little bit. Again, this has been a subset of handicaps that have not done well overall, although they've been doing better recently, a lot better recently. I got to pass on this. Numbers like it, but too steep. Numbers like it, though. Fuck. God. Minus 215. They like it. Let's look at the total here. $40 and 36. They like small lean to the Bucknell over 40 and the Lafayette under 36. Oh, God. Let me see what people are saying here. Raven in the Desert, shout out to you. Oh, what is this? Oh, Denver Thompson. What the hell was that? What is that? What was that? All right, we'll come back and look at that. What was that? Was that a spammer? Oh, God. All right. I should not be procrastinating. I'm procrastinating because I have these 3 games. Let me just quickly glance at the UNC line. I know people said it was bouncing all over the place. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Still 35.5. Again, the numbers like UNC team total over just a bit at 35, less at 35.5. Lafayette, Bucknell. The numbers want me to take Bucknell. Play of the day. Taint play of the day. Lafayette, which is, all right. Well, numbers like it, we'll take it. Yep, we'll take it. Bucknell. Money line. Minus 215. The numbers like it. Medium. And we'll grade it medium. We'll go with it. If it loses, it loses. Who cares? I care. That's who. I bet it. Bucknell minus 215 graded medium. NC Central minus 205 graded medium small. Those are the only plays. Again, numbers a little bit liking the NC Central game under, but that's definitely going to be a pass. And the UNC team total over at 35. Now it's up to 35.5. The numbers liked it a little bit. I'm just doing what my numbers say here. I don't always do it, but today I decided to on these plays. On these plays. Norfolk State, 33. Slightly into the team total under there. Definitely not going to be an official play there. Just two money lines. This is what the numbers say. Again, money lines are very interesting. In theory, if you have an equal edge on two different plays, according to Kelly, it much prefers the bigger favorites. And the big favorites also, a positive return on big favorites over a big sample size is there's less variance when it comes to favorites and underdogs. Right? The extreme example of that would be like winning the lottery, right? If you win the lottery, you're way up, but that doesn't, it's not necessarily, it's not likely that that's predictive of you being able to do it again. On the other hand, going back all the way to day one, books know that players like to bet favorites, especially money line favorites. So the numbers tend to be jacked up a little bit. So it's all very interesting. But I run my numbers and mostly do what the numbers say here, in between the jokes and the agita, and the whining and complaining, and the shout-outs, and the exclamations of love for anyone who's watching. That's what we do here. Shout out to you, Deer Slayer Ski, Andrew Olinger. Can we get a repeat of what the plays are? You can. I don't know if you want it, but you can. Once again, my numbers like two money lines, so I bet them and I took them. NC Central, minus 205, graded medium small. Bucknell, minus 215, graded medium. Numbers also liked the UNC team total over a little bit. More at 35 than 35.5, but also at 35.5 just a little bit. NC Central, the numbers liked the under, but I didn't bet that. It's not an official play, but I acknowledge that they liked it. And that's about it. Just 3 games. Man, if Bucknell gets blown out in the second half, I'm going to have some serious egg all over my face. That's all right, though. That's okay. Yeah, small lean to the under, and the Norfolk State team total under at 33, according to the numbers, but not bettable, really. Bucknell, we've talked about that game to death. And then let's quickly see if the UNC game is off. Okay. All right, I guess that's it. Not a bad show, all things considered, at least in my opinion. Once again, the later games. Arkansas Pine Bluff, although I don't like the line movement there. Northern Arizona, I took them going directly against Rich G, which is not a place you want to find yourself on February 3rd, 2020. That's where I am. And yeah, Rich G also likes the Texas team total over. Very interesting play and makes sense to me the more I look at it. Although my numbers initially didn't indicate anything, so I passed. Just looking at it without the numbers makes a lot of sense. Again, this is an art and a science for me. For some, it might be a pure science, and those are people who, I'm sure have a bigger edge than I do by far. For me, it's still an art and a science. 2-1. UNC already up 3-0. Unreal. There you go. All right. I guess that's about it. We're not going to wait for any other halftimes, although the MEAC games did recently start. That's it. Shout out to everyone. We'll be back tomorrow for the Tuesday card. Shout out to Andrew Olinger. Love it. Thanks, Pete. Keep up the great work. I'll try. Andrew Olinger, Deer, Slayer, Ski. Shout out to you. Christopher Comatini. Shout out to you. Rich G, UNC team total. Is it over? Under? Is the over? Is the over? Is the over? 35. Aaron 007. Awesome show as always, Pete. Thank you. Aaron 007. Mr. fucking Gokster. 99. Shout out to you. Everyone knows who Mr. Gokster is. If you don't, go follow him on Twitter. Look at what he does over there. Shout out to you. Tasha M. Shout out to you. And with that, we'll end it. See you tomorrow.